That's better. I almost forgot to plug the microphone in. Kind of need that just a little bit. All right, we're just about to go. Yeah, we running this. Let's go. All right, I think this is under control. Everything looks like it's working. That's good. We have MTGO. It looks like we have audio. Uh, we're going to find out here in just a second. I will hear myself. Yes, we have audio. We're good. Awesome. Give people a minute to show up. But it's stream night and we've got something special. Yeah, there we go. Everybody can see it. Look at this. This is a beautiful looking deck list. I am really excited to try this today. This looks like this is going to be fantastic. We are going to play Utopia Sprawl in Merfolk. Where's the ether vial? There is no ether vial. Yeah, you're not crazy. We have dumped ether vial in this list. We are playing Utopia Sprawl. So that is going to be the plan. But let's see. All right. Okay. Yeah. So the goal for today is we're gonna test out a different version of Merfolk that is playing Utopia Sprawl in Collected Company rather than, our typical like ether vial nonsense. And yeah, so we've had a couple results with this too. Let me see if I can pull it up. There were some 5-0s. Surely they are accessible to me here somewhere. So we were talking about it earlier. Drakenar has just been absolutely crushing it with this list. I think he's got like 3 5-0s now in like 3 days, which is ridiculous. But I believe it was Bishark who was the one who came up with this idea. Ah, wait, I think I found it. Oh, we'll see if this works. Yeah. There we go. We have a 5-0 from Drakenar on this. Yeah, and we're playing essentially the same 75. The only thing I've done differently is I've split up the Flooded Strands a little bit, and it's not really necessary to do that, but I am choosing to do it anyway. But yeah, no, we have seen the power of Utopia Sprawl here in Merfolk. Yeah, he's just been tearing it up with this, so we've had some interest in seeing this list go taken out for a spin, so we're gonna give it a try, see how well we can do with it. One of the major things that we should talk about with it, Realmwalker and Reejerey are both really, really important to this. So, because we are playing, mana ramp here, we actually have Hierarch and Utopia Sprawl on turn 1 can ramp into a 3-drop on turn 2. Which means, like, theoretically, because of these two cards, it is possible to play every fish in your deck on turn 3. It is not likely that's going to happen, but it is possible. You can sequence, Utopia Sprawl on a land on turn 1, turn 2, play Reejerey, turn 3. You can just start playing things. You play like a 4th mana, you play a 2nd Reejerey, untap the Utopia Sprawl. Now all of your creatures are, you tap Lord of Atlantis you tap the Sprawl to play Lord of Atlantis, and the Reejereys will net you mana each time. And when you have Realmwalker out, you can just start casting creatures off the top of your deck. So you could easily just put in like 30 power if you just have, enough gas on top of your deck, and it's ridiculous. Even Svyelun on turn 2 is actually really good. You know, this enables like turn 3 collected companies, also quite fine. There's a lot going for this. So, yeah, the explosive, just accidental oops, I win potential is there. It's pretty awesome. And in the sideboard, we get to run a few green cards now. Collector Ouphe is really good against artifact decks. Reclamation Sage. This card, I imagine, is probably going to come in a lot because it also hates on artifacts and enchantments, which means it's good against like Urza Saga. You can just blow up their land with it, or even blow up the construct or whatever they search for with it if it's gotten to that point. So yeah, Sage is fine. It also blows up Ensnaring Bridge, so at least we have an out to it if one resolves. Endurance, a green card that, we actually have enough green cards to play this, I think, but we can also cast it for actual mana too. It's not that hard to get double green here with it with enough fetch lands. So yeah, Endurance, just instant speed, graveyard hate that, opponent can't really play around, which is kind of nice. Maybe the living end player decides they're just going to go for it and they didn't have like a grief to go to clear the way first, and they go for their living end and you just flash in Endurance. Even better if you can evoke it, because then it'll come back again. They lose their graveyard, they get nothing back, and you get the Endurance back. That's pretty sick. Subtlety's been pretty good. People have liked Kira a lot too. So again, you can turn 2 Kira, so that accounts for quite a lot. So there's a lot to like about this, for sure. Definitely interested. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Bishark, who we've had on here before, because I believe he was one of the people who helped develop this list. And unlike Jim Davis, I'm going to give credit to the Merfolk community when they deserve it. So, shout out to Bishark, shout out to Drakenar. They've been absolutely proving that this is a real card in this deck. Like there's already been numerous results for it. So, all right, let's go. Let's get in a league and see how we do with this. I have to pick a deck, don't I? Yeah, we want this one. All right. Modern League. That sounds like me. It's quiet tonight. Hopefully we'll have some people join us in chat here. I'll put it back up though. All right, well, here we go. Round and round, we let the little mana thingy spin. We'll get a match eventually, I'm sure. It was either this, or I was also thinking about playing Obosh Elves, because I think Elves could theoretically play Obosh if they wanted to. The thing is, they'd have to give up collected company, but maybe just doubling the power of all the elves with Obosh could be worth it. And, like, it's possible to ramp it out quick with like Archdruid. So I don't know. That was a thought I had, but no, everybody seemed like they were more interested in seeing Utopia Sprawl, so that's why we're doing this instead. This is I guess, Christmas deck. It's got forests in it, right? It's got trees. Trees are Christmassy. All right, we are on the play. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep this. We can get to like turn 3 collected company, so. Alright. So first things first, we play Breeding Pool. They probably have no idea that we're playing Merfolk, which is totally fine by me. Our secrets are kept secret. We're up against Belcher. That is not really helpful against this deck. So we have no interaction in the main deck for Belcher. Sideboard, we have a bunch of stuff, but not in the main deck. Though they could also be Ouphe. No, they're definitely Belcher. Is there anything that I want to do right now? I think probably not. I just have to jam Collected Company. There's like very little chance that we're gonna beat them here because they probably just win this turn. Okay, I mean that's fine as long as we have Hierarch. All right, what do we got here? Svyelun and Master the Pearl Trident. Yes, I want to put those here. All right, as long as they don't win this turn, then we're good. But they might. It is very possible they can just go off. This was like the best we could reasonably do. Like we only had a turn 5 here, not a turn 4. If he just plays Belcher, then we're fine. But if he plays like Iron Crag, then we die. I mean, he might be trying to figure out if he can play around Force of Negation, but it's in our sideboard, so we can't really. I can't just pass and let him know that I don't have it, so maybe he'll make a mistake. But if he has it, he just has it. If like Belcher is in his hand, yeah, then we're dead. He's just gonna cast Belcher right now. Yeah, I don't have Force. That sucked. So, the good news is we have hate cards for this. Really, like, I don't think we need Realmwalker here. Yeah, we want Force. Sage is fine. Ouphe is definitely fine. A Trickster is not really necessary. I think Silvergill's fine. I'll take out one Svyelun, I guess. I don't think Subtlety matters here. I don't think there's anything that they're going to play with this that matters. And I don't think Endurance matters either. We just run it like this and hope that Force is going to be fine. So it is a disadvantage of this list because we have less actual counter magic for Belcher. But maybe Ouphe will be fine. We can get it in play. The only thing, we do have to be careful because Utopia Sprawl on a breeding pool is going to fall off if they Blood Moon us. So It is possible we might need that basic forest. Well, we're definitely going to keep this. Reveals Kahira. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I don't think he revealed Kahira the first time. He did not. Okay. So I don't think that the fetch matters. Play Breeding Pool tap. Like, you can't turn one Blood Moon. We're just gonna play Silvergill into Svyelun. We'll have to get Island, I think. Okay. Maybe it will try to moon us. Alright, well. Cast Blood Moon this turn. I probably need to counter it. That's not good. Okay. Okay. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Hmm. Okay, well, this doesn't look great. We only have one access to one force right now because of we can throw Tide Shaper away if we need to. We really want him to play like Iron Crag Feet. This looks to me like they probably have Veil of Summer, but I can't really do anything about that. No? Okay, no Veil. They just went for a Belcher without a backup plan. Interesting. Well, that's good. Um, let's attack. See what Svyelun draws us here. It's not ideal. But at least, Reejerey gives us a chance to win next turn, so if you just cast another Belcher, I guess we're okay. Because we do have Reejerey to just win. It really did look like they were just casting a bunch of these Strike It Riches just to try to bait something out. I think it was important to Coco there, though, because we could have found like Lords to shorten the clock, or also a Silvergill to draw more cards to have for Force. But also possibly Collector Ouphe, which would turn off the treasure token. So or even like Reclamation Sage to blow the treasure token up would not be the worst. So I think it was fine to Coco there. Okay, well if they're not doing anything, then they're just dead. Um, Alright, well, let's see what they got. Nothing. They're dead. Okay, well, we lost game 1. We took back game 2, so let's see. Can we manage to do something in game 3? That's going to be the trick. We know that they have... I imagine they kept Blood Moons in, but I think we still need the Sprawls regardless. They're just... If we start with Misty Rainforest, there might be lines where we want to get basic forest, so... Just to protect our Sprawls. Like, this isn't bad. I mean, we have force, so like, okay, this is not terrible at all. They mulled to 6, which means our force is even better. Go to 5. Yikes. I think we just get Breeding Pool with the first one. If I have to force them, I can just pitch the Tide Shaper. That's interesting. If I play Breeding Pool, I can get Basic Island with this next turn, so then I could potentially either play... Probably attack with Hierarch. I don't want to put Force down. So... I don't think I want to get... If I get Basic Forest here, I can't attack with this thing. So I think we just play Breeding Pool. Like, them having Blood Moon... They're not going to have it this turn, so that's not a... It wouldn't be until next turn. So we'll have a chance to get at least one basic land in play, at which point it won't matter because we'll have Hierarch plus an island. So we can cast like everything anyway. Sure, strike it rich, that's fine. I guess get in for 1. Does it matter if I Tide Shaper this thing? I don't think so. I think I just want to play a Lord here. Okay, that's fine. That's also good. Well, I mean, we only hit one thing off of it, but I guess we have to take what we can. It could have been correct to play the Misty Rainforest and get the forest there. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but there is some safety to getting Basic Island just in case they have, like, in case they have, like, Lightning Bolt or something. Okay. That's not bad. We'll get the forest. So there's a reasonable possibility we might need it. And just hope that this force is good enough. Again, if he casts like they're kind of like once they get to the point where they cast Iron Crag Feet, it's too late. They have to lead off with Veil. We win. Okay, they just didn't have it. All right, cool. We'll take it. The match started out not great, but it's all right. They had a rough mulligan, which that deck does. Like, having been a Belcher player in a past life myself, like, mulligans are sometimes not kind to you. And yeah, Force of Negation was good enough to just clean up game 2. It definitely didn't have to be though. Like they did have answers. Like they could have done stuff potentially, but this time, this one time, it was okay. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, I don't need this open. All right. Oh, we got a match. Excellent. Okay, we are up against Scrug 092. On the play. On the play, let's go. What do we got? What are we waiting on? Do they like have a companion to reveal or something? This hand looks great. Gigantha. That means we're probably up against Tron, which means like we have Tide Shaper. It's great. So how do we want to do this? I think here we get Breeding Pool and put you. Well, we could play the Hierarch too. He's like that still does tap. Like it does tap for mana if we want. I mean, double Breeding Pool is potentially an option. And if we double Breeding Pool and it is Tron, like that's not bad. It means we get to attack, right? So we go Hierarch. We'll have 3 mana, so we could do this. All right. Oh, here we go. We got people here watching. Gut Shot. Interesting. What the fuck is... So this is Tron with main deck Gut Shot? Are you kidding me? That's really a thing? Well, all right. I see how it's gonna be. Blue. Okay. So next turn we can just play like Lord and Trickster. It's not bad. Your life total against Tron doesn't typically matter too much. Okay. They played Forest, maybe. This means they're going to get Blast Zone. They are going to get Blast Zone. They're worried. That's fine. Well, that's also fine. I guess I'm going to fetch first. There's no real reason not to. It'll thin the deck, because I'm going to fetch anyway, because I want the mana. So I may as well have one less land in my deck, since the order doesn't matter at all right now. Oh. So they can play Blast Zone, but they can't use it yet, right? Oblivion Stone, that's not good. I don't have a good answer to that. Again, they can't crack this next turn, so we're not terrible right now. So we're gonna have lethal in play, right? If they crack the Blast Zone, it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, I don't think Oathstone's not going to be fast enough here. Like they can play Pretty much. I think as long as they don't play Walking Ballista, that would be the only bad card. Walking Ballista could kill my Lord of Atlantis. Sure. All right, they concede. Excellent. We got Tron in game one. Great. So we want Collector Ouphe. We want Reclamation Sage. We want Force of Negation. We want Subtlety. We actually want, like, all the cards. Okay, what do we not want against Tron? I think Realmwalker is going to be too slow. I think Merrow Reejerey is probably too slow, and maybe even Silvergill Adept. So they do have ballistas, and they have gut shots too. So like that thing can't even get gut shotted. I guess there's an argument for maybe Hierarch could come out. I could keep in 2 Reejereys and maybe take out the Hierarchs. That's not unreasonable. It's close. I might do that. Main deck gut shot is a surprise, and having more blue cards for the subtlety will help. I mean, if they want a blast zone on one, like, sure, they'll take out sprawls, but that's fine. Honestly, Svyelun is also a card that I consider taking out against Tron a lot too. It's because I think Svyelun's a little bit slow. But to some extent, we're trying to test the power of like getting a 3-drop in turn 2, so I don't want to take all of them out. Okay, they choose to play. This hand, we're definitely going to keep this. Well, okay, I shouldn't, like, it's actually not really that good. There's 5 mana sources. Now, I'm going to reconsider that now. 5 mana sources, I think maybe this is actually a mulligan. Like, yeah. This is probably better. Because this has actual, like, hate cards in it. We'll put 1 Sprawl on the bottom. We'll go turn 1 Sprawl and, like, maybe turn 2 Collector Ouphe. I would love to pay the life. We will tap for blue. I think like 90% of the time we're probably picking blue for that. There's almost no time when we actually need green. Do they just have natural Tron? Is that like what's happening? Alright. Let's see. Yeah, if they have like natural Tron, I think I'm gonna play Collector Ouphe here. So we might have to like subtlety away a Karn for a turn. They just fucking have Tron. Alright. They put Gigantha in hand, surprising. Okay, that doesn't actually do anything. That also doesn't do anything. We do have to be careful because we have exactly 1 Reclamation Sage in the deck. So if we play this Sage, we got to be damn sure that that's what we want to do here. But I think we might just cast Subtleties for a few turns. My plan is just going to be hard cast Subtlety and hope that's enough. So they're on 8 mana here. Now we don't have to crack the Misty if we don't want. So they have 3 mana left. If this is all they've got, that's not very impressive. They put it on the bottom, so maybe they realize that, yeah, they need a little bit more than that. Okay, what? I do have to be careful that nothing bad happens to this Ouphe. So I have 5 damage in play right now. If they play like another Planeswalker, like, I don't think I can like reasonably kill them next turn. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to play like Reejerey here, but then I might have to pitch Lord to it. And then I will have 7 in play, and I might maybe Rec Sage this thing. But again, like Ensnaring Bridge is a potential problem, so yeah, there's a lot of ways this can go wrong. I think I'm just gonna have to pass. I think I'm gonna go with Subtlety and just hope that I can drag this out longer. Maybe they won't have a threat for this turn. Well, they could have Ugin here. Or they might just have nothing. That's also an option. Okay. I'm fine with them having nothing. Okay, well, then this turn I'll, like, no matter what happens, I will flash in Subtlety. Um, that does not do the thing that you think it does, opponent. Does not work that way. This does not counter it. Yeah, alright, well, there we go. We bodied Tron. So, had to play a little bit carefully here, but yeah, no. So, important thing to note here. Subtlety does not actually counter anything. It's an ether gust. So, when it's on you put the spell on the top or bottom, but it never actually counters it. So, um, Veil of Summer gives your permanent hexproof and it gives you hexproof, but your spells only can't be countered. So, does not protect your planeswalkers from getting subtletied away. Very, very important. So, if that, yeah, like that just wasn't going to be enough here. All right, well, that's a good start to this league. So, we got Belcher, we got Tron. All right, Collector Ouphe is actually doing some work, I guess. Turned off the Oblivion Stone. That was huge. We're on the play again, so we'll do this. His hand is kind of slow. Like, we have 2 collected companies. But we only have, like, Merfolk Trickster. I don't know if that's actually going to be fast enough. I think I'm willing to mulligan for a little bit faster of a hand. This is actually worse now. Because if this was, like, a fetch land, this would be great, but they can't keep this. Alright, well, we have to keep this. So I guess we're going to put Island in the bottom. We just keep Cavern of Souls. Yeah. Because we need breeding pool here, so. At least the opponent mulliganed to 6, so that's a little bit of help here. If they like prismatic ending this, like, it's not the end of the world. But it would not be terribly pleasant. Okay, so we are up against Triumph, huh? Okay. So what is this one? This one is the Swamp Fort, so the bug one. Alright. Well, they're going to know what the deal is now. Alright, I just have to pass. I don't have a better use of my mana there, but hopefully this turn maybe I can draw another land and then double spell. That would be nice. The Cavern is probably important against this deck. Fatal Push is not ideal, but Silvergill Adept is definitely fun. Okay, we can live with this. I'll show them Trickster. Alright, Silvergill is a good way to like get back in the game against these kind of decks at least. So yeah, they know about Trickster. They're on 3 lands, so maybe Archmage's Charm is what they're looking at here. Fatal Push could also be online. I think here I'm willing to play Lord of Atlantis. This is okay. I don't know what we're up against yet. They haven't actually like shown us a lot of cards. I'm not going to play the other Lord here just in case there's like Damnation or some nonsense. I don't want to walk it into like Archmage's Charm either. If they want to kill this, then they're not going to be able to draw 2 cards. Like, I kind of suspect maybe draw 2 is what's going to happen here. Shark Typhoon. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the Island Walk mattered. Alright. Wait, is this like Bug Reclamation? Is that what's happening? We're going to see a Wilderness Reclamation come online? It's possible, I guess. That's a thing. Yeah, you're tapped out, so I'm just going to eat it. Yeah. And you probably are going to die. So, I guess they could have removal here, but I think like they're probably just dead. Like, Fatal Push keeps them alive. Oh, that's not good for them. They're dead. Alright. So we're up against Reclamation. Okay, well, in this case, we definitely want Reclamation Sage for this. Probably Kira is good. Probably Force of Negation is good. What do we not want against this deck? Well, this is a deck usually where stuff like Hierarch and Reejerey are going to be really vulnerable to removal. I don't really care if they burn their removal in Hierarch. They do have Shark tokens. The Island Walk actually is going to matter a little bit. I think Reejerey is not great here. Maybe Realmwalker is not great either. I have to take out one more card. I think it is worth just bringing in Sage just to kill off Reclamation. I don't know if we need Subtlety or not. I'm guessing we might not. Endurance is also something that's possible that we could want, but I don't think that we need it that badly. I guess, yeah, I can take out one Hierarch, maybe. It's not, like, that great. It's just okay. This hand's fine. I think we can keep it. See what they do here. I mean, we get a turn 1, like, 2-2. So... Or actually, I guess I'm just going to be playing Hierarch because I want to cast Kira on turn 2. Turn 2, 3 mana is really powerful. So, do you have Fatal Push? Interesting. Svyelun is also really good. I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Do you like Kira here more, or do you like Svyelun here more? Because I think it's actually really close. I think either one of these could be fine. I think I kind of lean towards Kira, because I think Kira is going to help protect all of our future plays a little bit. So we both kept 7 cards, I believe, right? So let me just check. Yeah. I think that Kira is the only, like, they could have Mystical Dispute. That's possible. But I think if they have Dispute, I want to keep the Svyelun in play more. Well, that's got to be good for us, right? Just never make the mistake of attacking with the Kira once they have Shark Typhoon on 2-up. So next turn it can probably attack, but not after that. That's pretty good. All right. Let's go to combat. Get in for a 3 damage. Oh, they have Abrupt Decay? Alright, that makes sense. I can't do anything about that. Could definitely go with Tide Shaper on that thing. That's not a terrible play here. Mm-hmm. Should hurt their mana a little bit. Which means they might have to use a Fatal Push on this. And if they do, I can... Okay, that's fine. I'm going to keep Trickster in hand for right now because I might need to pitch it to Force. Yeah. I can't be having that. When they double their mana, it's going to be super hard to catch up to them, so. Well, that is fantastic. Now they might have Force of Negation, so I got to be careful about that. This is probably a good turn to just cast Svyelun. They're tapped out, so we'll get in 3 damage. I might consider cracking the Grove, but to be honest, I don't necessarily need to. They're not doing anything. Well, then I feel like I want the cards. That's not bad. See what they do here. Okay, blue. All right. There is a possibility of something like Shark Typhoon, so I think I'm only going to attack with Svyelun right now. I might miss out on a damage here, but Svyelun being a 4/5 feels a lot safer. Oh, that's actually really good. We are threatening Collecting Company at any given point as well. Coco Folk, yeah. Mystical Teachings. Not a huge fan of this right now, but think that it's gonna happen. Uh, I don't know if it's your first time or not, but I guess, alright, they have Consume the Meek, okay. Well, I guess if they go for it, they're not going to kill Svyelun because I can trade the Trickster to protect it. Hey, that's totally fine. I know not everybody. I don't make the schedules ridiculously apparent to everyone, so that's kind of on me. So yeah, I'm just happy that people are here. All right, attack with Svyelun. I'm surprised they're letting me attack here because they had the option to try to blow this stuff up first. Oh yeah, well then the hours are gonna be a lot harder for sure. Um, So yeah, here they go. Consume the meek, which means Svyelun is still gonna live, which is very good for us. We can even play this Silvergill Adept now. Sure. I will show them a Master of the Pearl Trident. Why not? Force of Negation is just gonna seal this. I, I'm I'm so glad that you like the content. That makes me feel like I'm not wasting my time. So appreciate it a lot. This feels like a death grip in this game because right now they have to kill both of these and they have to do it through a Force of Negation. We are just like either one of these can kill them at this point. Oh, that's so dangerous. Opponent, what are you doing? This better be good. Mystical teaching. What are you gonna find here? You have two cards in hand. I think I'm okay with you just searching for something. I don't think anything you find is gonna matter. Not even like Ice Fang Coatl. That's not gonna save you. Weather the oh fuck. You know what? They're gonna gain some life. Okay. Um, I guess here I just force this, right? And I just still win. That wasn't enough either. Yeah, okay. There we go. My God, this is going so quickly. We're only an hour, not even an hour. We're 54 minutes into this, and we've already 3-0'd. This is I don't know what's going on. This is ridiculous. We just so far like this is good. We got our money back in this league, so now we have a chance to like we get to go for the real prizes now. So yeah, we beat Belcher, which was close. We got Tron, which was just awesome, and then we just got Bug Reclamation. I have not seen Reclamation in a long time. All right, Cartman PT. We are. I think we've been on the play all 4 matches so far, which is fantastic. Because this is definitely the kind of deck that like. This deck is awesome. I've seen some of the gameplay. I was with Draconar last night when he was 5-0ing with it. It was great. That was like his third one. So the thing is that this deck has going for it, it has these ridiculous snowball starts to it where once you just like get going, like you just slam Utopia Sprawl turn 1, like turn 2 Reejerey, and then turn 3 put like 30 power of creatures in play. It's just insane. However, we're up against Lurrus, so chances are they're gonna have a lot of removal here, and this is not gonna be enough. We have to mulligan this. We are gonna keep this, I think, and we'll just put like, I guess maybe, yeah, maybe a land. They mulled to 6. Okay, that's good news for us. Um, but all of these cards are fine because look, Card advantage, card advantage, card advantage. That is what you need to try to have any hope against Lurrus. And we have lots of it. Um, does it matter what fetch I'm going to... I think I'm like 100% getting a breeding pool on turn 1, so I think I'm going to put Misty in the bottom. Because at some point in the future, like, maybe we'd want to draw Misty to get a forest. If we're going to get breeding pool, we should use the not green fetches to get it. I think there's more utility for that, so... I'm sorry, but you know, you might just like I already bit the bullet. I bought some foil Utopia Sprawls to play with. Oh, we're up against Burn. Okay, well this is a horse of a different color entirely. Suspending Rift Bolt. Okay. Well, then yeah, definitely we're getting a breeding pool tapped. Okay, this is fine. Like I think we've got some game against Burn. As much as I would love to Tide Shaper their Foundry, I can't do that right now. I think I have to play Silvergill Adept. I will show them Svyelun. So I need to draw more lands. That's good. And if they Rift Bolt my Silvergill Adept, I'm totally fine with that. That means that this thing is effectively a counterspell that draws a card. I would be ever so happy if they targeted this. Now they're going after my face. They know the deal. Utopia Sprawl, the non-foil is like $4 to $5. The foil Utopia Sprawls are like 20 to 25. Fuck, they had the Searing Blaze. All right. Well, it didn't matter then. They had the landfall, so anything I played was gonna die. Um, I would love to play the Svyelun here, but again, I think I need to just play Silvergill Adept. That's great. I can play this. I'm not gonna shock myself, but it means I have Collected Company up for next turn, which is actually pretty awesome. It means we can put power on the board and hopefully stabilize before they get too far. So yeah, if you're buying non-foil sprawls, they're not that bad. They're only like maybe $4 if you get like some played ones, but well, they had landfall again, so there's not really much I could do about that. Okay, Goblin Guide is gonna get in there, I guess. Well, they know I have Coco now, so it is what it is. All right, well, I can't really do anything here, so I have to just wait. Yeah, it is a, like it's not like a 20-cent card, but it is also not a $20 card if you just want non-foil. Which don't be like me. Don't get shiny stuff. To be fair though, you should have had the breeding pools already, so it was way more expensive at a point like before, so I don't think they're gonna attack with Goblin Guide. They know I have company up. They're basically just donating land to me if they do. Alright. Well, we know we're doing this. They have 2 cards in hand. Yeah, no. Look, getting shiny cards is like the absolute dumbest thing that you can possibly do, so please don't do that. And I know this because I'm one of the people that gets them. I think I definitely want Merrow Reejerey, and I think I want Svyelun. It's actually I need the lords. Yeah, I need these two. There is some argument for Realmwalker, but I think that this is better. They may want to actually kill this before I like get going too far with it, because now the correct thing to do is just for me to jam things with it. Untap island. I would love to untap that. Let's tap Goblin Guide. And we'll turn the Sacred Foundry into a land. Or into an island. You know what? I didn't really need to. I had an island walk. I guess I could have tapped one of their mountains. They're not going to be able to crack both of these though, because they're gonna. So the problem is this is not going to make white mana. So they can sack one of these looking for a burn spell. They can't sack both of them because if they do, they're going to lose access to their white mana. So that means Boros Charm is not and Lightning Helix are not going to be online for them. So it doesn't. But realistically, like Reejerey should have tapped down this mountain because yeah, this is certainly going to give me like I'm getting Island Walk from this, which I neglected, which would have made it makes a big difference here. Which means yeah, it would force them to decide what they're going to do with this mana right away. So here they can potentially crack in like I don't know Boros Charm me. Okay, well that's happening. And there's not really much I can draw here. If they just have two burn spells, they have two burn spells. I need them to not have two bolts. They have 3 cards, so 1 card in hand still. I think they have played a land every turn. Okay, well they have no cards in hand, so they're gonna have they have some chances here. I need them to find either a creature or a land. Creatures or lands, and I win. They're gonna go to 6, so I can't actually crack that. So, all right, if they find they find a bolt or they find a bolt, like any burn spell wins, and they have 1 redraw to look for it. That'll do it. Um, please don't pay the ward. Please don't pay the ward. No, they found it. So they drew Searing Blaze. That's okay. All right, you got it. Yeah, definitely like breeding. Yeah, you had many chances to buy breeding pools. Like if you're gonna play Merfolk, the green parts of the toolbox do come into play from time to time. So you just kind of have to be cognizant of that. It occasionally is going to matter. Definitely Force of Negation we want here. Noble Hierarch I don't think is actually going to be very good, so I'm going to take it out. Yikes. It feels like Reclamation Sage is probably okay because it does kill Eidolon if they have it, so I think I want this. I don't think Realmwalker is actually that impressive here. There is some argument for both Kira and Subtlety. Yeah. Yeah, so originally the Utopia Sprawls were in the first Ravnica block. They got reprinted in Masters 25, and then just like within the past year, I think there was a copy of them in one of the commander decks for the newest Zendikar block. So yeah, at least like this isn't super expensive. That's a plus. I guess I could take out a Silvergill. I mean, I could. Taking out Reejerey is also an option. I might want to have Kira instead just because it turns off their burn spells on my creatures. This is a little bit rough. Our mana base, like, we were 1 life away from like winning that game, unfortunately, but yeah, the mana just hurts a little bit too much. There is a possibility where you get a density of creatures that can actually kill them. I think I'm gonna keep these in just because I'm gonna hope that with Coco that there's a possibility I can get my creatures out of bolt range. So I do have 12 lords. But I think it's pretty close between Reejerey and Kira, to be honest. We're pretty much praying that like we have a Force of Negation when it matters. That's not helpful. This is a lot better. That it's still not great, but we're gonna have to keep it. Guess I have to put a Tide Shaper in the bottom. Maybe like turn 2 Svyelun will be enough. It's probably not going to be enough, but at least like it could be a speed bump to them. So interesting thing here. I could actually I could just get basic forest and then basic island with this, so that way I don't take too much damage. I think I'm gonna do that because this is one of the few times when I can actually spare my life total a little bit here by getting the forest. So they suspended a Rift Bolt. That's fine, because that means they Rift Bolt's not enough to kill Svyelun. They're going to need to use 2 spells to kill it. Which means there's a very good chance that they just might not. If they have Searing Blaze, they have Searing Blaze, but they'll still have to. Okay, well they didn't Rift Bolt Svyelun, which means they probably don't have Searing Blaze, because I think you would absolutely want to use it this turn to try to blaze away Svyelun. Interesting. They have nothing here. Okay. Let's see, what are we going to do here? They might double bolt her. If they were gonna double, they're lightning helixing me. Okay, interesting. That's fine. I guess Coco would be a good draw right now. Otherwise, I just get an island and then I'm gonna play Tide Shaper and Master here. Okay. So we've got a pretty good board going. They don't really have that great of a start, so it's not really good for them. We're at 11, which is not amazing, but all things considered, this could be going worse. The 2 lands in hand are not ideal either, but what are you going to do? We're going to turn off this Vantage and hope that's going to slow them down too. Because now if they have like Searing Blaze and no other land, then they can't actually kill anything. Or I guess if they want to like Lightning Helix something, they're going to have to shock and then to Helix one of my creatures, it's still going to cost an extra mana. Interesting. Either way, like this is going to slow them down here because now they have to make awkward decisions. If they want to kill one of my creatures, it's going to cost them at least 2 mana. So they probably can't double spell me here. All right, well, we just attack with everything. Hope to draw Collected Company. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm assuming that they might want to Helix something, or they could Boros Charm me too. Deflecting Palm. Okay, that's sort of like Boros Charm in this instance. What's up, Grim Ducky? Well, we're 3-0, but we lost game 1 against Burn in here, so Burn is a little bit rough. All right, they're gonna deal 4 damage to me from Svyelun. So they basically just Boros Charmed me with this Palm. We just keep drawing lands. That's not great. Reejerey's good. Okay, Reejerey definitely helps. Hello, Drake Gideon. Yeah, we got everybody here now. Drakenar. Okay, excellent. Yeah, that's great. Okay, well, we just need Burn not to kill us this turn. That's pretty much where we're at. If we can like untap this turn, we have a very good chance of killing them. But if they're on like Bolt plus Boros Charm, then we're dead. So we'll see. We're 3-0 right now, but this we have lost match, or we lost game 1 against Burn. Okay, Goblin Guide is not that scary. I'm not concerned about that. I still have lethal against that. If that's all they've got, then they're dead. What are you gonna do here? Yeah, you're not gonna. You lose because we have Island Walk. We win. All right. Are you fucking kidding? Come on, can we stop drawing lands? Whatever, it's fine. We got this. So yeah, this is all Island Walk. So they can't target any of my stuff. So Burn is a good deck. Like I don't fault people for playing Burn because it's still really strong. But we have stolen game 2 here. So now we go on the draw. So okay, so the real question is, what do we want to do on the draw? No, they couldn't path because there was a Tide Shaper. It was an island. They didn't have any mana left up. So all right. So we have to figure out, do we want Kira's in game 3? We have right now we have the option to potentially bring in Kira, but we have to decide here. If we want Kira, then I would look to maybe cutting 2 Reejereys for this, but I don't know if this is good enough on the draw. Like, my plan against Burn is to just try to play enough Lords where the bolting my creatures doesn't matter that much. But I am open to suggestions because, like, I don't think, like, just 4 forces, it doesn't feel that good against this deck. Like, they definitely... Their game 2 hand was not very good at all, so... Yeah, I'm leaning away from... I don't think any of the other cards here, like, maybe Subtlety, but again, like, it doesn't really help too much because their creatures do have haste. Uh, I'm thinking we just run it back. What are these hidden cards? No? Okay. 2 Subtlety? What do you want to... Alright, you want to bring in 2 of them? What do you want to take out? I mean, I guess it could... Yeah, we could shut down Eidolon. I did bring in the Reclamation Sage for that reason. So what do you want to side out for the subtleties here? We have some options. I think probably Reejerey would be where I'd lean. Just because on the draw, like, Reejerey's going to be... Coco and a Reejerey? Alright, you're the boss. You 5-0'd with it last night, so we're going to run it your way. Yeah. Sure, fine. You're the expert. We'll do it this way and see if it works. So basically, we just kind of need to get lucky here. Because we have the Burns on the play, and, like... I don't know that this hand is not terribly amazing. It's not the worst though, because like at least I could like play Breeding Pool, and I have Trickster up in case they play a creature. Then maybe I can just start playing like Lords or something. I think that that they're keeping 7. Like they have not kept a creature in their first 2 hands. All right, I need a thumbs up or down on this because this feels like really sideways for me right now. Like we could mulligan, but like I think that this is probably as it's not. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the Grove and the Fetch, but like at least on turn 1 we can play the Breeding Pool. That's not a great start for us if they have the Goblin Guide right away. This means we're taking at least 4 damage from this thing. Well, they drew us a card, so that's a thing, but we're probably not able to actually use it, so... Why Fetch Island? Why wouldn't we just play the Breeding Pool tapped? Like, they're not gonna... do you think that they're gonna Blood Moon us? Like, is that a concern? I could fetch the island, or I could just play the pool tapped and then just like keep the fetches for later. So I'm thinking about going like pool into island into maybe then a fetch land. Yeah, alright. Well, then I'm going to play this right now. You know what? I probably will dump the Flooded Strand. There might come a time when we actually want the card from that. Alright. Well, we're getting hit in the face here. Oh, we got a Cavern. Okay, Cavern of Souls was a good draw. So it means we don't actually have to fetch now. Lava Spike. I think that's okay. I want to use this force in something that matters a little bit more. Okay, well that's not terrible either. Um, they're not playing counter spells or anything, so I think I'm just gonna play the island here and get rid of the Misty Rainforest. Yeah, Searing Blaze is definitely what I'm more concerned about. So I'm definitely gonna trickster this thing down. But I mean, we could also get rid of the Grove. All right, bolt me, flat. That's fine. Kind of feel like I think we get rid of Misty though. We're gonna cast Trickster in this guide. Hopefully get them to cast Searing Blaze, and then maybe we can do something about it. No more taking damage from this stupid thing. Yeah, absolutely not. I'm gonna exile Lord of Atlantis. How did I know they have it? Come on! Really? Okay. Well, the thing is, like, all right. I'm gonna play the Cavern of Souls here. The question is not whether which creature I'm gonna play. It's whether do I want to play the Reejerey or do I just want to hold it up for another force. Like, or yeah, if I don't play the Reejerey, I can hard cast the force next turn, and or maybe just try to trade this Trickster off with this Goblin Guide. Um, so this is a turn when like I am not sure if we want to play the Reejerey or not, because like they could have like another Searing Blaze or something. Do you want to attack? Like, what do you play here? Like just Reejerey pass? I think I like Reejerey pass because I want to block this Goblin Guide with something at least. All right, let's see what they got. Definitely drawing these lands was not. I don't know. Like Goblin Guide gave them to us for free, so I guess it didn't matter too much. All right, so I'm assuming that their plan is to kill this Reejerey. So we have a Svyelun on top, so that's good. So I think I'm okay with just blocking with Trickster. They'll bolt Reejerey, and again, it's a bolt that's not going to her face, but he also gets Goblin Guide off the board, so I can live with that too. Sure. Path. No. I am not gonna. I don't want to shuffle because I want Svyelun here. They have one card left. I think they're just going to put Lurrus in hand. Alright, what land do we want to play? We're going to play Svyelun. Do we want to play the Misty or the Waterlogged? I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. I think that we play the Misty Rainforest. So I can pull a breeding pool out of my deck. So we don't need the mana here, but it's definitely possible that I want to just pull yeah. If they play like Lurrus and Goblin Guide, that's not that bad. Sure. This has to be desperation. Because it can't attack me, so. I don't like being at 9 life, but I think that I need more mana than this. So I may as well get the breeding pool because I'm going to want it at some point. No, I'm getting it now because I don't like... The Sage doesn't really help here. Alright, I have Svyelun here. Svyelun could attack. What do they like? They might double block. Can only kill one of them. I don't think attacking is actually good. Do I care about cracking Waterlogged Grove? I don't think there's anything I can draw right now that's gonna that I really care to cast. Because I want to keep Force up probably. Because if I keep Force up, then their attacks are not good. So I'll probably just crack Waterlogged Grove at their end step. Okay. Well, I don't think there's a reason to crack it there though, because there's nothing I'm gonna play with it that turn. How I think cracking it here makes sense. Okay, well, that's good. They have one card in hand. Well, if I draw Trickster, I'd want to do it on their turn. I think that I need to force this. I can't afford to take the 3 damage from this thing. And now anything that they... Like, I guess they can attack with both of these and I can kill one of them. They didn't play a land, right? So they're going to attack with both of these here. So Utopia Sprawl on top. Alright. Oh, well, we're absolutely blocking Lurrus then. Well, that's it. I can't do anything about that. That's just gonna kill me. They have exactly 5 damage. We lose. Whatever. It was close, but couldn't quite get there against Burn. I don't really expect the Simic deck to have as good of a matchup against Burn as the mono blue deck does, so. Their draws in that turn were pretty good. And they managed to get like a Swift Spear plus like 2 spells that was a lot. One Force of Negation like the entire time was just not gonna do it, so. Alright, here's the last match. We are on the draw, and I think this hand is really slow, and I want to do better than this. I am not okay with only doing something in turn 3. Alright, we'll mulligan at least once. This is much better. I'm going to keep this. And I think that I'm going to put Tideshaper on the top. Yeah, actually, I could put Master. I don't know if the Lord's going to necessarily matter that much. But, like, this looks like a kind of hand that could just go absolutely insane. So we just play like Utopia Sprawl and then just things get ridiculously stupid. Spire Bluff. Ragavan, okay. So maybe we are up against Is It Murktide? Which means we're probably just going to get smacked with Ragavan for a little bit. But, potentially Realmwalker first. Because Realmwalker can at least block the Ragavan and force them to do something about it. Or is this Grixis? No, I don't think so. Like, does Grixis play the Spire Bluff Canal? I'm not sure about that. I think you're a little bit behind, but it looks like we're kind of on the same page here. Like, yeah, I think that the rest of these were a little bit better. Let's see. Like it does look like they're holding up removal for something. It's just a matter of what it is that they have. That's not bad. You want to cast like Silvergill plus Tideshaper? That actually makes sense. We can do that. We can put something in front of Ragavan at least. They're not. This has to be the Murktide deck, right? Because they don't have Luris here, so Consider's fine. But we do kind of put a roadblock in front of them, which is okay. Which means it's easy enough to just trade off this Tideshaper with this potentially. Or they just have like double removal spells in hand and they're just gonna hit us again, so. Alright. Not great. And they have what, instant land artifact. They don't have any creature or sorceries yet. It doesn't seem like it's gonna take long iteration. Like, yeah, they can't cast the Sprawl, so there's that. Alright. Well, there's the sorcery, so now their Unholy Heats are online. There's Murktide. I think we're dead. I don't think we can race this Murktide region. I think we have just actually just straight up died. I guess our only option is to play Merrow Reejerey and pray. But no, Murktide is just going to kill us. We have no answer to that card at all. Maybe a Trickster. I guess that's a thing. Well, the problem is, like, even if we draw Trickster, like, we're not adding to our board significantly. No, it doesn't matter, because, like, we're dying to this in 2 turns, so yeah, we're dead. There's no way that we can actually deal with both of these things. Yeah, no, that's it. That's the game. Okay, I guess against them we want Endurance. We want Subtlety. Yeah, they did have a really good hand. Alright. And I guess maybe Kira. Kira's looks like it'd be good. Alright, what do we take out against the Murktide deck? So, like, I know which cards we have in our sideboard that look pretty decent against them, but, like, what's bad? I am thinking that probably Hierarch probably goes. I'm fine with Sprawl because this can still ramp us into this stuff. I think we need Trickster, so I guess we have to look at like Reejerey and Silvergill Adept, like, right? Or maybe Island Walk Lords. Tell me. All right, I'll let it catch up here for a second because I know it's a little bit behind. Endurance undermining their delirium nonsense seems to help because it'll slow down the Unholy Heats and also the Dragon Rage Channelers. You know, it can block, which is nice. Oh yeah, the Realmwalkers. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you not want the subtleties? Oh, you're taking out 2x shapers too. So you are just like saying, fuck it, we don't need to do things in turn 1 and keep Silvergill Adept here. So kind of like this. Alright. Yeah, this pile. Alright, this is what you're liking. You just cut a bunch of like 2-ofs here and then just hope for the best. Yeah, I don't feel terribly confident against the Murktide. Subtlety could help, definitely, but there's still lots of ways this can go on because they are also playing Blood Moons. Alright, well, we have like 20 seconds here, so hopefully it will have caught up by before this time goes away. I think this looks like this is okay. Alright. I think they have Brazen Borrowers, I want to say. So, and they also have like Mystical Disputes to counter them. I think I'm going to keep this and just gamble here. Just pray for a miracle. Uh, I kind of think that I want to get the basic forest, though. Because I can always play Silvergill in turn 2 and try to find another land, but, like, there's a very good possibility they may go for Blood Moon, and I don't want these Sprawls to fall off. Because we have 2 of them, I think it is reasonable that, like, even if I have to play 2 of them on this at some point, we have double blue at least. I just don't feel comfortable getting the breeding pool against the deck that I feel like is running Blood Moon. I show them a Lord, I guess. Come on, Silvergill, draw a land. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, well, that could have gone better. We still have another chance to draw a land next turn. And if not, then we're just going to have to play this Sprawl on it, and that's going to be good enough. And the thing is, I think some of these decks have even been main decking Blood Moon. You fucking seriously, like, Delirium this on turn 2? Fucking awesome. This thing is so much better than Delver of Secrets, it's not even funny. Alright, well, I guess we're just casting the other Sprawl here. Yeah, I know. Subtlety was not a bad draw by any means. At least if they go for Murktide, I have an answer to it. Like, we can beat this Rage Channeler with Trickster. Man, I can't believe they, like, did this in turn 2. That's ridiculous. Alright, sure. Um... Alright, that's sort of helpful, I guess. We just have to pick our moment. So they're just going for Unholy Heat right now. They just have like 2 more removal spells. Of course. This is my life. Opponent is just like crushing it right now. I guess I'm just trickstering it this turn. Alright, they've used 3 removals. Maybe they don't have a 4th one. What am I kidding? They're going to draw one like every turn. I'm going to take this turn to try to use Trickster to eat it. Alright. Another 1 damage. If we can get an island, then it will be a much stronger play next turn. Alright, well that is helpful. They know about the Lord of Atlantis, so let's play it. Like, if this is all they have, then maybe just Trickster in this thing will be enough. No, they just have infinite removal spells. That's the 5th one. Okay. At this rate, like, Subtlety's not even going to do anything, because they're just going to be able to double Murktide, and it's not going to matter. Like, we'll delay it by, like, 1 turn. Okay, can this thing finally die, please? Oh my god, thank you. This... I hope that this works. At least it's not going to attack me next turn. It's not over yet. What do you got? You had another Murktide. Okay, well then there was no way that we were ever defeating this. Ah, we've already used 2 tricksters. Okay. So we're like dead to the lightning bolt or something. What do we do here? I think I just have to cast Collected Company. Right? And then just hope that I can kill them before they can kill me. Alright, I guess that's what I'm doing. Okay, well, Endurance is not a bad one. Okay. Did I just kill myself? Yeah, I did. Oh no, I can block with Endurance, I guess. Well, they can't cast the other Murktide, but at least I have a blocker for a turn, so... I don't know, I think this might have been okay, because this still gives me a chance to, like, draw another Endurance, or... Okay, well, that kills the Trickster, right? But it doesn't kill, like, Svyelun here. I have to block here. No, I had to, because I know they had, like, another Murktide Regent. Like, they were gonna just... Like, they were gonna cast another Murktide no matter what. And they put it on top of their deck, so... Their last card in hand should be the second Murktide. That they can't cast at the moment. So, I was dead in 2 turns no matter what I do. So, I have to attack with both of these idiots right now. And I have to find something with Svyelun, because otherwise it's not going to matter. Okay, I'm dead. It doesn't... I will hit them. I guess I could have played Lord here, but in case I drew Coco, I wanted to, like, have access to that, so... but I'm actually dead. I can't defeat the Murktide. That sucked. We started off really strong, but then like it just kind of fell apart at the end. I think that the biggest thing is that we don't really have a lot of good interaction in the main deck anymore, and yeah, like not having access to like Brazen Borrower, I think against that deck makes a huge difference. I mean, other than that, like we got to do a little bit with some of the stuff. I don't know, Realmwalker maybe. I'm wondering if maybe Subtlety should be in instead of like Realmwalker in the main deck or something. This seems like in some matches it's really good, but also in like some matches it's just not going to help that much. And we did seem to side it out quite a lot. It does like there's some scenarios where it goes stupid with Reejerey, but like otherwise we'd still have like 30 creatures for Coco that would be okay. But we Subtlety in the main deck gives us a little bit more play versus decks where like the number of creatures we have isn't really the issue. It's whether we're living long enough for them to attack. But Utopia Sprawl seemed like it was pretty good. Like we didn't really see we didn't see a whole lot of like Aether Vial hate, so there's that. Against Burn, like I don't think there's really a whole lot we could have done differently against Burn, so we got close, but there's at some point with Burn it just comes down to having a density of counter magic, and we just did not have that. Which I mean, there's also an argument that maybe Force of Negation in the main deck is okay. Yeah, and I could see that maybe over Realmwalker. So like it would have been actually really good against like Tron and Burn and in the Belcher deck. So, but again, it's hard to say because like you go into a league and sometimes you're gonna play matches where it's like all like Grix's Death Shadow where Force is not terribly great, and sometimes like you'll play against like Titan decks or even like Tron where Subtlety's really good, or sometimes maybe you're just going to play against decks where you just need like the grindy nature of Realmwalker. So it's hard to say, but I mean, I definitely think that there is potential in Utopia Sprawl. We've seen it like again, like it's a lot harder to interact with than Aether Vial because it dodges a lot of stuff like a Braid. So the only thing is that our mana base is a little bit more painful than we're used to. But I mean, I enjoyed playing with the deck, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe there's something we could change in the sideboard. Like maybe I don't know if we need Kira. Like Endurance seemed like this was fine. I don't know if maybe we don't need all three of them, but three's three is okay. Maybe two is okay because we have Coco to dig for it against some of the decks we wanted against. I like there was a point where I was only playing like two relics in my sideboard with mono blue, so I could see that with Endurance. You can open up another sideboard slot for something else. I don't know, there's ways that you could probably adjust it a little bit, but I think overall like the shell's pretty strong. Like we had a pretty good league with it. I'd be willing to play this again. So, but yeah, there we go. It's about an hour and 44 minutes here. We went through our league. It was a fun time. I hope everybody watching enjoyed it. But it is now the time when I have to find somebody to send you off with for the night. I definitely appreciate everybody stopping by and watching. It means the world to me that there are people here in the chat with me while I'm doing this. So if you enjoy this and you are watching the replay on YouTube, please click the like button on it. It will be up about a day after it's on Twitch. Yeah, and feel free to follow me here or subscribe on YouTube if you haven't. So that's always much appreciated. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say. So I think it was fun. All right. You know what? We're gonna go visit Fluffy Wolf. Fluffy Wolf is playing Gruel Spaghetti. All right. So that looks fun. Let's go and say hi. Or you know what? No, Stickball Russ is streaming. We haven't seen him in forever because he's not been like able to play a lot. So all right, never mind. We're gonna go visit him. It looks like he's playing a mono red, I think. So yeah, that should be even more fun. I love red decks. All right, so there we go. That's what we're doing. So I hope everybody was happy to do this. Yeah, everybody, I'll see you again. Where's my I'm still trying to learn where all these buttons are, but everybody, come on. Where is my button for this? We need to go do it now. There we go. All right. See ya.